Unaona kuamka na maombi inakuwa mzuri. When you wake up things zinakuwa poa, wengine you just lag behind if you don't. How many of us, by a show of hands, by a show of hands, that your neighbor has told you they are okay? All right. You also. So I want you to go back to the neighbor, all right, and ask them, how okay are you? Leave the hungry people first out of this. Yeah. It is important to know how that person is okay, yeah? Because as young people, we don't want to assume. As from yesterday, I was telling us, I don't want us to assume that we are okay, right? So good morning. For those of us how many have joined us today? Okay. So you'll tell us your name, because you will not know our names unless you interact with us, yeah? So you'll tell us your name. What else? Just name. Poleni sana. Hi, you'll tell us your name, if you're a student or what you do, right? And what is the interesting thing about your life that you want us to know? All right? Your name, right? What you do, so if you're a student or working or whatever you do, and then what is the most interesting thing that you want us to know about you? So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sindio? Haya, nani ataanza? Upande huu ama upande huu? Yeye nataka kudecide tu aki vijana, really? Ama ni wadisaidie? Upande huko ama upande huo? Upande huko. Alright, let's start with you. So, yeah. What? Oh, okay. Nice. Today, now I feel that yes, this is much better. Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Mokaya Kachai. I'm the CEO and founder of Champions for Safer Roads Kenya. I'm also
at a what? Chair what?
Champions for. I'm also a developer. We have developed some websites, also a social media platform.
Amazing. Karibu sana. Tumpigeni makofi. Amekuja na laptop na Anyway, yes sir.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Esbon Odero, and he is my brother. We have been working together, so we are here to show you the innovation and creativity that we have been doing together.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that is why I'm here.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. See who you are. Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Murimi Kinywa. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a CEO of a company called Mufasa Foundation. It's about mental health activism.
Amazing.
And one interesting thing about me is
yes.
I'm an artist, I'm an actor and a musician. Yeah, with passion. That's why it's interesting.
The ladies in the house.
Yeah.
Thank you. Smooth operator. I'm just wondering what is the interesting thing about it. What is the most interesting thing about that you want us to know? Okay, you see how creatives are, they are wanna shika vitu faster. Yes.
Okay, the most interesting part of our team here.
No, about you that you want us to know.
Okay, about me.
Yes.
Okay, I'm a graphic designer and a developer as well. So I discharged from the National Youth Service, NYS. Yeah, so we have been working with...
I want to know,
okay,
what is that interesting thing that you want us to know?
So
not where you are.
Okay. The most interesting part
yes.
of
you,
of me.
About you.
Okay, the reason as to why I keep on saying part of us.
Bro, just say, this is the interesting thing about me.
Okay, the most interesting part of me is that I'm a graphic designer and creative designer as well. So I'm currently working with a company known as Oracom Group.
Horacom.
Yes, Oracom Group.
Uh-huh.
So Oracom Group is a social development company.
Okay.
It's I came here with my friend.
Wachana haya, wacha friend yako aseme. Because he can speak. I want to know what is interesting thing about you that you want us to know.
Okay.
Put it to microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello once again.
Yes.
It's a very simple but tough question.
Yes.
The very interesting thing about Mokaya Katai is somebody who sends himself.
Okay.
And is also always committed to impacting the society in a different way.
Amazing.
To bring some change in the community.
Amazing. Yeah. See. Okay. Yes. Finally, our sister. Oh, my sister, not our sister. No, you know,
Hello, everybody.
yes.
Is it on?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Okay, my name, I go by Viona Dumas, and I'm a percussionist. And the most interesting thing about me is that I get to interact with interesting people and interesting objects. Yeah.
Fantastic. You see, now I said how my sister, you know. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. I hope you'll be able to learn. We since yesterday we were learning. So even as we come close to the end of the day today, we'll have. I pray we'll have a half day here with you guys, because I want us to finish early, so that we also will have time to also plan our innovations, all what those people who have come like our brothers. Where are you from? Which sub-county? Oh, Nakuru East. Nakuru East, yeah. Okay. All right. Where are you coming? Which sub-county? Nakuru East. Hey, Nakuru East. Okay. How many of us know how many sub-counties we have in Nakuru? Today is a day of information. Huh? How many? Yes, sir. How many? 11. How many can name them? Yes, Nakuru East represented, yes. We'll understand why we are doing this, yes? Yes. Definitely, yes. Nakuru West. Uh-huh. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm. Goja. Chamesema he can name them. We are at 6. Hi, akifikiria, yes? Me I want 11. Yes, sir. What are number 4? Yes. Tell us if it's 11. Me nataka 11, yes. 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 Joro, Kuresoi, North and South, yes. Nakuru West, yes. Naivasha, Gilgil, Bahati, Rongai, one more. Subukia. Fantastic. Hapo kwa nini North hapo umetudanganya. Nakuru North umetudanganya. Huyu alitudanganya hapo hakuna Nakuru North hapa. So now why I'm saying this, as young people, as we start today, allow me to say this. Could you allow me to be honest? And furthermore, could you allow me to be blunt? Blunt is like ile ukweli ya Mungu, ile ukwelo yenyewe ile tu yenyewe ya kuambiana tu kweli. I know sometimes as young people we fear being told the truth. We always want to be told what we want to hear, yeah? But allow me to tell you one thing that when I look at most of the young people that I interact with and work with, there's one thing that I am afraid of the future, right? I'm afraid of the future. One of the things that I'm afraid of the future, if this is the kind of leaders that we're going to have yeah, because let me say this. When an opportunity comes, you see like those opportunities that comes, you see them on social media, because all of us, unless you don't have an Android phone, all of us, we get these opportunities coming up and all that. Most of us, we think and we feel that we are entitled to them, yeah? Sindio? We need to come, we need to be paid, tukikuja, we need to eat, we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And we feel like we're entitled, yeah? But let me tell you this. Let me be honest as one of your brothers. Life is not as easy as you think. I can lie to you and tell like, it's interesting, it's good, itakuwa fiti. Kila mtu ata ride up a Range Rover. My friend, life outside here, it's not as easy as we take it, right? One of the things that we fail as young people is on time. Time management, we are so bad in time management. Time is, I don't know what we're going to do. As young people, I don't know, it's a discipline that I had to work on it myself. And where you want to go in life and what you want to achieve, if you develop an attitude and a character of coming early before time, it will save you a lot of things in future. Sijui kama tunaelewana. When you create that within yourself, a habit and a character of coming early, for me, I know when you come on time, you're late. Right? When you come on time, we say like, we're meeting at 9. When you come at 9, you're late. For me. Right? So when you come any minute after then, you're disrespectful to me. I want you to, if you get that in life, it will help you navigate things. And I'll tell you a perfect story. My first job was washing toilet. My first job, I was washing the office and the toilet. And one of the things that I loved about it, it's because it opened a sense of like, wow, you understand how people even use the toilet. You go like, wow, this is somewhere you sit, not step. You know, you understand what I'm saying? You know, people who wametoka mashamba, they step on them, and it's a place where people can sit. So it was nilipenda, but you love even cleaning the office, you love cleaning the toilet, you find it dirty, you wash it. So after 2 years, I got another opportunity to work in an NGO, and you'll be shocked. Yesterday I started by telling you shocking news, Shocking news, shocking. So my second job, I went, and it was an NGO. I found young people wamepiga suti kama hawa, unajua, wako fiti, so yeah, looking good, looking sharp, yeah. So something, when I entered, I saw, you know that mat inakuwa imeandikwa welcome. I remember it was a green one, and then yellow imeandikwa welcome, yeah. So I just nikaona imeangalia ndani. You're welcome imeangalia ndani. But from what I learned when I was cleaning, it's supposed to look outside. It's welcoming you in. Hizo ni vitu za mjejua ingine. So you don't see what I'm teaching us, So then we sat, I found young people wameja. So just kwa interview, ukiambiwa kuja saa 3, so nakuja saa 3 na 15 ndio watu ni wengi. So for me, the interview was at 9. So I reported at 8:45. So I sat there, I found young people, more than 100 young people. Cut the long story short. So it was around, and that place was lit. You know, there's ni office ile yenye chini. It was an office iko chini, and then they didn't have, the windows were, hata ikuwa na easy, isn't it waje, ma'am? This, whatever's. Yes, so it was well lit. So I asked the secretary, could you switch off the fluorescent light? Because there's more light than it's needed. And so akanambia, you can go switch off. Nikanaka switch off too. So I sat. Then around 9:15. I was to go to the interview at 9:30. So I came at 8:45. I was scheduled at 9:30. So around hapo 9:15, I saw something. Nikaona karatasi mbili, nikazichukua, nikaziweka kwa dustbin. So my time came. Nikaambiwa ningoje kwanza. Like I was told, ngojea kwanza, they are consulting that you'll be called. So I ended up entering the interview space at around 1:40 something. You know, nimechoka, sijakunywa chai kama wengine wetu hapa leo. So I entered the interview. I'll tell you, there was no interview by the way. I'd already done my interview. By the virtue of correcting that math, it was adjusted by the, you know, it's too simple. Just doing the math, collecting the karatasi zilikuwa kwa, nikazeka kwa dustbin, and just switching off the lights. Because all that was being seen, hapo tu, na security wako na screen like this one, yeah? They have a screen like this one. So they were watching every young person getting there. So what I'm telling you this, some of the interviews that even the government, even places that you go, they might even be as simple as coming early, as simple as collecting a paper, as simple as just watch around the environment. What is not right? Because that is where, right now everybody, si hapa watu wako na madegree. Si ndio? Si wako na madegree hapa. So if the degree is the leveling up of you guys, then kila mtu kama kuna degree, wacha tu we go to another simple exercise that everyone or most of you will fail. One of my friends, alikuwa interview 3 years ago. Alikuwa Ketepa. You know Ketepa? Mnajua Ketepa? Ama nyinyi mnaendaga tu kwa mnajua the tea company, yeah? So they had a branch. Wakaambiwa, hata before tuende interview kuleni branch. We were like 200 and something people. Young people wamekuja, jibambeni, wengine wameenda wamechukua juice. So little did you know that they were looking at someone who had only tea. That's why I love tea. Only tea. Because if you're in Ketepa, why are you taking cocoa? Why are you taking coffee? That is not their brand. Yeah. Watu wameenda hapo na majuice, watu wameenda hapo na cappuccino, sawa, wameenda na makahawa. All of them. 2 people ndo walipita hiyo nini interview. All of the 200 were kicked out. Wengine walikunywa juice, which is okay. So unajua tukipeleka mahali, you need to be observant. That's what I'm telling you. There are things that are around us and we might miss them with simple mistakes. Right? Simple mistakes. So what I will tell us as young people, because I've been there. Mimi, time was funny with me. Me and the time were different WhatsApp group. You tell me to come at 10, ndakuja 11:50, 11 something, ndakuja kata 12. And then I smile at you. You know, ladies, the way you have a good smile, like, nilichelewa, aki niliamka late. You know, mwanaume unasema unajua, mazee baridi, sijui nini. My friend, the world out there, people are, I'm telling, I'll be honest, yeah? If it was, I'm not saying Nairobi is better. If it was in Nairobi, this place could be jammed. This place could be, I can tell you. I've been there and Kafi, you can bear witness. If it was in Nairobi, this place ingekuwa jammed because young people, they want those opportunities, they want those knowledge. And what we're going to learn today, ladies and gentlemen, it is something that I want you guys to also apply. Where I am right now, it is simple things that have led me to be here. And I told you guys yesterday that I've not used my CV for the last 8 years. Not because I'm better than you. No, it's because of what I'm telling you. Simple things. If you are a person of value, everybody will love being with you. Yeah? So yesterday was very interesting. Mpaka mnaanza kuniambia endelea, you know. Why? Because there is value. When we come here na Bill is a very busy man. Victor is a very busy man. But they are here because of you. So at the end of the day, nataka tukuwe na a space where we don't feel entitled, yeah? Because none of us is being paid for this, to do this, huh? It's only we are so willing to do this, even without money. So that now at the end of the day, when I see you, I'm happy. You get what I'm trying to say? The difference between you and where you want to go is starting. The only thing, by the way. And when you have an innovation, see, most of us have an innovation. You have an idea and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you, 7 more people have the same ideas. The same. The way you're giving it out, the same. But the only difference between you and them is starting. Whoever will start. Because the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. So you think you are very pole sana. Yeah? If you think you come and you stero, pole sana. The Bible tells you there is nothing new under the sun. So wacha tukuje kwa darasa, si ndio? Naona ni kama nimewaleta juu, but I'm telling you the truth. But guys, I'm telling you because no one will ever tell you this. And no one will love you more than we are. We love you guys. The engagement yesterday was amazing. Your engagement yesterday made us sleep late. So that now today tukikuja, we are at par because hiyo knowledge mko nayo, wacha hata si tujisharpen pandi yetu ndio tukue kidogo tuko juu, you know. So anyway, so we got to start today with the groups, yeah? I hope the groups accept our brothers from the deaf community. When they come, they will just do theirs. But I know we had 5 groups in there. Yeah, so I hope we are ready. We were starting with which group? Group 4. The ladies ata wako. Oh, Faith. Who? Yeah. Faith. Where are your friends? Where? She didn't talk. Anakulenga. So you guys are ready? So we are each. So 3 minutes, then we get into the day's activity. Aya. It's 3 minutes, by the way. You mukika tunawa slot alafu tunawatoa. The next. So after group 4, which group? Yeah? Aya, group 1, are you here? All right. Then group 3 and then 2. Sindio? Okay. So group 3. You want to stand there or here? Sijawauliza nyinyi. You want to stand there or here? Okay, so see you think, just say here. Be assertive. Oh, okay. Are they using the microphone? Okay, where is the microphone? Okay. Hiya, let's listen to group 4. 3 minutes of time.
Okay.
Make sure that you're heard. Eh? Yeah, because they want to. Yeah, okay. All right, so.
Okay, I think we came up with something that one possible innovation is the use of precision agriculture technology.
Okay.
Hapa Kenya. Okay. So precision agriculture in farming approach that uses advanced technologies such as drones, GPS mapping, and soil sensors. That is, the soil sensors could be attached to mobile phones to measure soil moisture levels and provide recommendation for crop watering. This is to optimize crop yields, reduce waste, and improve sustainability. Okay, by implementing precision agric, farmers could better monitor soil and crop condition, identify areas that need attention, and apply resources such as water, fertilizers, and pesticides more efficiently. This could lead to higher crop yields, lower production, and cost and environmental impact will be reduced. It has advantages and disadvantages. One advantage is the reduced environmental impact in that the inputs such as fertilizers and pesticides are applied only to the specific needed area. There is increased efficiency by reducing the use of pesticides and better crop yields. Disadvantage is the cost, which you can counter that by, since it's expensive to implement, you can provide incentives and support to farmers. The government and non-governmental and the private sectors can provide funding to farmers through subsidies subsidies for the purchases, and there's also technical expertise. You need training to practice and operate that. So we are done.
Okay. Let's appreciate them. Let's appreciate them. Group? Group 1? The group 1. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Why? Pamba safi.
Good morning. Group 1, we came up with a project, and this project is called Carbofill. Now, Carbofill, first of all, the problem that most people are facing, especially in homes, when we are cooking using, let's say, gas or using, let's say, jikos, is the problem of indoor air pollution. And indoor air pollution can be seen everywhere in most households, especially here in Kenya, because of the carbon emitted from gas, the carbon emitted from the cooking stoves too. So what we aim to do is to reduce the indoor carbon emissions by a certain percentage. Now, this is something that has never been done, especially indoors. And so we thought of a way in which we can use air conditioners as carbon capture machines. So here we're using the technology of we're using the chemical property of potassium hydroxide to trap carbon dioxide. So first of all, we have an air suction machine with a fan. This air suction machine directs the gas into potassium hydroxide that absorbs the carbon dioxide. After absorbing the carbon dioxide, it is then passed through the conditioner and released out with less carbon. So you'll realize that most children, let's say who have a genetic predisposition of having respiratory illnesses such as asthma, you'll realize that they can be triggered by indoor air pollution. So this project will help solve this by around 80%. Factoring in the cost of production, you'll realize that we're going to use aluminium suction machine, an aluminium suction machine, which goes for only 500 shillings, and a potassium block that goes for only 200 shillings. And we can incorporate that into existing air conditioners. As simple as that, and it's easy to use.
Nice. Okay. All right. Group number 3. Okay.
Good morning. Okay, our problem was the use of the polythene bags, because currently in Kenya they have been banned, but for the tree farmers it has been left for them to use until they find an alternative. So we took this as a challenge to come up with an alternative for the polythene bags. We decided to use the sisal ropes to come up with the polythene bags, in which they'll be biodegradable, hence reducing the issue of the climate action. Our primary customers are the farmers, those are the tree propagators, and our secondary customers will be the KWS, the research centers, and also the schools, that is the 4K club. The finances what we need is to do more research, and for that it can need a lot of finances. Also, for the sustainability, the papers that we're going to come up with are sustainable, since climate action is not only a challenge for the Vision 2030, but also it is mentioned in the Agenda 2063, that is environmental, sustainable, and climate resilient economies and communities. For the advantage, it's a cheaper alternative, and the papers will be able to biodegrade within a short period of time. For the disadvantages, the supply will be raw, but for that it can be solved by aggregating farmers to plant more sisals. Thank you.
unasomesha group gani? Group 2.
Good morning. Allow me use Swahili.
It's okay. We are in Kenya.
Aya, asante sana. Group 2 tuli come up na an optical tool ambayo tuliangalia. In most secondary school we have a problem na kusoma hii lesson ya physics ambayo inahusiana na light. We have the near propagation of light, bending of light, and then we are using glasses. Tukaona kuna shida kubwa, wanafunzi hawaelewi ikifika mtihani, kwanza ikifika section B. Hizo masomo zinakunyorosha vibaya sana. So our target customers ikakuwa ni secondary school all over Kenya. So what do we need kutengeneza? Tuliangalia tutengeneze na locally things ambazo lazima tungehakikisha kuna nini? Kuna man-made darkness. So tuchukue mbao, tutengeneze ya box, na sababu tunahitaji light, we want them to see the real light. Si lenye tunaweka pins and then tunachungulia. So tuchukue box, tutengeneze, tukate, then sababu tutahakikisha kuna light na tunataka tuweke bulb ndani, tuweke mianya huku kando na tufunike na nguo ndio kukue na darkness. The sustainability of our project, it last long sababu each and every day secondary schools zinaendelea kutengenezwa and tunaendelea kupata watoto ambao wanafanya nini? Wanasoma. So advantages ni kwamba this idea itasaidia sana kufunza, itafanya walimu wakuwe na an easy time ya kufunza, watoto wataweza kuelewa the topic, and at the same time it is cheap. Because ukiangalia the cost ya kununua zile glasses, the pins zimepotea na the tool inatumika once for a while, itakuwa poa sana. So disadvantages atukupata hata moja. Asante.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate them. Thank you. Let me say something about the presentations. Sindio? Silon kuambiana ukweli. At least he's tried. You remember when yesterday we gave the how we should do it, Remember? Mnakumbuka? Akisi mniongeleshe. Kwani nimewazushia mkanijamia? Ngeleni hawa. Now, let me say this, This was the approach that we were using yesterday. If we're in the same class, if we were in the same class, I believe that is what we talked about here. You remember? I've not had any of the presentation touching this. What is in the idea? What is the physical location or the group, the problem that you are solving or the gap your innovation is solving? Primary and secondary customers, what you need to achieve that innovative idea. And it was as simple as that. It was on point form. So, point form, pap, and let me tell you, this is what will at least make your innovation shape up. You know, you have 3 minutes to present an idea or an innovation that you're coming up with. So if you have 3 minutes, how are you going to pitch it? 3 minutes. Mutu I get, someone to get it, and to see where he's coming in. So because for us, as young people, we think when you're handsome or beautiful, talking a lot makes someone like, Sometimes we are settled to, what is that innovation that you're talking about? My innovation is this and this and this. This is going to address this challenge at this particular area. All right. At least our brother has tried and said, secondary, like physics, they have a problem that is light, so our innovation is coming to sort it. So kama tunapatana point by point, evil. Zinafuata, identify what are your primary customers. Primary customers is our secondary schools. If you don't have a secondary one, it's still okay. But if you can measure the secondary customers better, what do you need? Because all of us, what unasema? Money. And probably I don't have money. All the investors, they will tell you, I have a space where I can magnify your innovation out there. Is that not a partner? Is that not an investor? So we need, and that's why I said yesterday, all the innovations that we have, actually 95% don't need money. Yeah, I can tell you. And as we get into the next session, I will tell you why. Some of the innovation, we don't even need money. We just need people like Nakuru Box. Tell them, hi, I have this innovative idea. I want a place where you can give me an incubation deal. And say, as Nakuru Box, I need an incubation period of like 1 year. Can you handle us? It's like, yeah, you just come, let's work with you. We are not charging you. Or you can say now, because it's a good innovative idea, give us 10% of your innovation and we'll help you meet an investor. Sijui kama tunapatana. Are we getting each other? Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, not what I'm trying, what I'm saying is this. Some of the things that we are looking at, they are very simple. Simple to explain. Very simple. And I'll give an example. Then we had these pointers. You remember these pointers? Hello, you remember these pointers? For those of us who are yesterday, that this plan, the plan that I shared with you, this one, and this one, the pointers. When you merge these two, it will not take you less than 3 minutes, more than 3 minutes. How sustainable is it? The originality, sustainability, significance, application, and triability. You know, practicality part of it and the impact. Because every investor would want to look at the impact. What is the impact? Talk about increased profit, increased production, increased reduced labor, reduced, because right now, I'll be honest with you, cost of production is up high. So if your innovation is less, can have less production cost, that could be your innovation, by the way. Remember yesterday when I gave an example, the example of chicken in. Yeah? You remember? What did I say? Huh? What did I say yesterday? Yes? Uh-huh. How do they stand out? Yes. Exactly. They do the same, but now time anakwambia 4 minutes it will be ready. So their killing point is the 4 minutes, not any other thing. The 4 minutes. So at the end of the day, if you reduce time for people to wait, people will always come, because hiyo ni dakika 5 umemaliza umetoka hapo. Sijui kama tunapatana. Are we together? So let's now I hope we are now somewhere. Sindio? Are we somewhere? Yeah? So let me ask, how many of us start now? Bill can start preparing for the pitching presentations, yeah? The individual ones. How many of us have the innovations ready? Okay, let me repeat. What we've done, they are group works, indio? So I'm asking, see, okay, wacha tukuje hapa, ndo niwakumbushe. You remember this program? Did we see this program yesterday? You remember this program? The pitching presentation, that's what I'm talking about, yeah? So how many of us are ready for the pitching of your innovation now, not the group? 1, 2, amazing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Consult kwanza. Like, which team we going to do? So sijui. Oh, no. How many of us are doing their pitching today? their presentation today? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you are together, Ron, or you are together with him? Or sioni mkono yako kama umeificha? Oh, niko sababu amesema. So not because I'm not saying. Yeah, it is well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're not doing yours today? Okay, ndo nasema, it is okay, you shall present it at that time, pitching presentation. Is it okay? So, Bill, Victor, we have 7. So we need to, after I'm done, at least we need to also prepare on how we go about it. Huh? So Bill and Victor are here to assist us to make sure to now, from there, they're the guys who will now, I want your innovations to the best that, and I thank God at least our brother Tuti is here from the office of the governor. At least that time when you are on, the report like, yes, it happened, and we are working with these people. So thank you so much, Tuti, for coming through. Let's appreciate Tuti from the governor's office. Simona vile kitu ni serious. Simona ni serious business. So now, I don't know. Could you find the Jedida? Jedida. Yeah, because okay, sawa. So, are we ready to start today's session? Are we ready to start today's session? Yeah? Are we ready for the session today? Yeah. Those are the voices I needed. Are we ready for the sessions today? Yeah. Okay. So, I want us to imagine, before we get to the presentation, I want us to imagine you being God. Sawa? Yeah, you being God. Wacheni kuogopa. All right? Then I want you to take you to our national park. You know our national park? Mnajua our national park? Which is? Where? Which is our national park? Here in Nakuru? Lake Nakuru National Park. Not Nakuru. Lake Nakuru National Park. Huh? So I want you to take because here we don't have wild beasts. So we have gazelles and antelopes. Sawa? So I want you to position yourself as God. Position yourself as God. So an antelope, when the sun is rising, makes a prayer to use, the hooves of to run so fast that today I shall not be the meal of either the lion or the cheetah. Sawa? At around 5 kilometers behind, we have a cheetah making another prayer to you as God, and tells you, oh God, I pray that today I will run so fast that I will not die of hunger. So if you are God, which of the two prayers will you make it happen? Huh? And no, useme both and useme why. If it's both, why both? Yes. If you are God, which prayer will you answer? Despite the fact that Okay. Hey. Married to himself. Any other? Hey, what? Yes? Which is? The cheetah one. So you'll answer the cheetah's prayer and you tell us why. Yes, sir. Okay, so you'll go with the cheetah's prayer. Okay. Any other? You are saying something? Yes. Okay. No, just tell us. Both, it will depend. Why? If it's cheetah, why? If it's both, why? Yes, why? Yes. You guys are thinking, was it? They must die, yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Hi, one last one. Yes, sir. Okay, when you God, unaongea hivyo. When you God, when you God, You guys. Wait. Oh yeah. Oh, are we getting the sound on the cameras? Are we getting the sound from the microphone to the cameras? Okay. Or we use when someone answers a question? Or the microphone. Okay, let me. All right. Allow us, our brother here, to be utusaidie. Okay, sawa. So now, izimishe tu, ama nimezima, so that now you'll be taking us there. So now, that is what happens for us as young people and us as innovators. So every morning, this is the truth. I've sat with the big guys that you could imagine here in Kenya. And I'll tell you, najua mimi I'm a believer, by the way. So I'll tell it, what I can share with you is my life. I don't, unless there is a story I had. Why I've asked that question is this. Ni kwa sababu, every day, all these people that you see, they are wealthy and rich. The same prayer they make. Oh God, today, when I wake up and go to business, may I find that foolish entrepreneur who has an idea for us to feed on them. Then, the same prayer, you as a young person here, God, I pray that mtu ataona hii idea, mtu siku moja ataona hii idea. So if you are God, which one will you answer? Which one? Yes? The innovator's idea, that's the prayer you will answer. Now, as we get to the next session, ladies and gentlemen, the market out there is a respecter of no man. Sawa. As you feel, if you think that we'll be here with you as like the investors who want to work with you, like one of our best innovator investors are Koilibe. You think Koilibe will be sweet on you? If I want to invest in you, will I be at siju nakwambia sasa kusabu ni investor pole, I mean you are a young person? No. If you are foolish, they will feed on you. They'll feed on your idea. How many of us have had cases of people who are, idea yangu iliibiwa, sijui ilifanyika nini? Which one? You know. Okay, let me give you a case scenario of, you remember yesterday when I was talking about family back, Pesapap, yeah? It's an idea of 4 young men in JKUAT. 4 young men came out, presented. It was JKUAT, every year they have a innovation week with Samsung. No, is it Samsung? Yeah, Samsung. And they preached. Well, after I could preach, there was a man seated somewhere watching that innovation, right? That innovation. So he met these young men after the session and told them, I want to give you money. But now I want you to promise me, the 4 of you, this idea will not share it with anyone else. All right? The innovation will not share it with anybody else. Okay. So the next day, during that week, this guy went, a friend of his, they play golf together. Sawa. All right? So akamwambia, by the way, I've found a solution. Remember what the issue yenye mlikuwa mnasema as a bank you want to solve on, you know, money and bank and all that. I have a simple idea and an innovation that I have and I would want to share with your boss. So when they went at the golf, I said like, yeah, what's a chairman akuja? We chairman ndio Kiboro. He's the chairman wa Family Bank. So akambia chairman, by the way, I have a solution. So the guy that we gave it, like what was you and you go with him, they're not working, nini. Now me have a solution to that. Let's settle a meeting tomorrow at 11 a.m. Right? So this guy came, pitched to the bank, the board, accepted the idea, went to the foreman. Akambia, my boys, so every month, for the next 4 months, I'm going to pay you 100,000. Each of you. Right? All right? See, says you keep at 200K every month and you're doing nothing just because of an innovation. So don't feel poor. Yeah? Kwanza university, umeomoka, unatesa. Sindio? Unatesa sana, unatesa mbaya. So after 4 months, the guy went to them and increased the amount to 200 Gs. So guess how much this guy is earning every year? 9.4 million from Family Bank. Every financial year. Lakini analipa vijana how much? 200. So out of 9.4, he's paying these young people 800 Gs. Are you seeing the significance of it? So when we are here, coming up with innovation and trying to, and that is what I showed you. Wewe uko hapa, na idea yako, unangojea ati siku moja utakuja kupresent. No. You need to changamka because the market is a respect of no man. Okay? And everybody here is fighting for their lives. So everybody needs to make a shilling. Everybody. But at the end of the day, as young people, this is what I'll tell you. With whatever innovation and idea that you have. Because most of us are thinking, oh, we shall protect it. We shall do what? Register it. You can register and your idea has no even value. So before you register or do anything, know the value of your innovation. So if you don't know the value of your innovation, so you see how they do it at Lion's Den and the Shark. They come and tell you, oh, so I'm doing my shares at 30% of the shares at this amount. So that person knows the value of that innovation. Are we together? So if I ask right now, do you know the value of that your innovation? Do you know the value of our innovations? Or we just say, this innovation I'm sorting. But if someone asks you, do you know the value of your innovation? What will you say? Yes, you need 2 million, you need 500,000, you need all that. Yeah? But someone will tell you, I need you to tell me, how much is your innovation? What will you answer? And those are the things that, as young people, you need to know. The value of your innovation is very important, very important. Before you say, like, I'm going to register it, before you think of registering your idea, first, I would ask you to think of what? You think of the value. Ama aje? Ama mmeshtuka tena kama jana. I'll take the shortest time. So today, we want to do something called intellectual property. So if I would ask, if I ask us, when you hear the word intellectual property, what comes to your mind? Yes. But then let me tell you something, my sister. Let me tell you. Can I be honest with you? No, no, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I love the way you express yourself, you know. But I love it. I mean, like when I ask, yes, you're there, you know. It's a good character, by the way. It's a good character. It can mix someone, Udem nim sharp. Udem anakam sharp. Anyway, huh? Make sure when someone is talking, the microphone is with them. Yes.
Okay. Intellectual property, according to my own opinion, means something that is owned by your mind. Yeah, from the word intellect, something that is on your mind.
Or
So it's
something that is owned by your mind.
Yeah. So it
All
is
right,
like your own
amazing.
property.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. Any other? If you hear the word intellectual property, what comes to your mind? It's a good one. I've never thought of it by that way. I've never thought of it. The property of the mind. Okay. Any other person? All right. So can I ask a question then? Can I ask a question? Why do you think that? How do you think? Oh, okay. Why do you think human beings, wakati watu wamekufa, they cannot be buried more than 6 feet down? Hata kama ni mashamba uko na kwenyu, you have a shamba but you cannot be Okay, let me wacha nitoe hiyo itakuja swali ya pili. Wacha nianze na ya kwanza, si ndio? Let me start. How many of us live in a rental house? I live in one, but I live in an apartment, a rented place. That does not mean we are not poor. How many of us live in a rented? Unaishi kwenyewe, you have your amazing. So if I would ask, who owns that house? Huh? Eh? No, it's not the landlord. Who owns that house? Okay, why the government? How? So who do you pay your rent to? Okay. Mimi nimeuliza who so you are the tenant there. So your nini it's bringing up Oh, you're not a tenant. Sorry. Tenant, this is not your answer. This is not your answer. This answer is from the house and landowners, This I love your confidence, bro. I love your confidence. Yes. You're saying it belongs to? You're saying it belongs to? Yes. Okay, like the house, the land. Yes. Amazing. Have you heard that? That house doesn't belong to the land, Lord. It belongs to government. So the same concept about when people are buried, you cannot be buried lower than 6 feet because everything that is below that, and above that belongs to government. Yeah. You cannot be buried more than 6 feet down because everything that is after 6 feet, it belongs to government. After 4 feet, it belongs to government. Yes. Yes, you have a question? Yes. Anything that is below 6 feet and anything that is whatever width, width or length. Width 4 feet, 6 deep, anything that is on top of or extended, it's government. Yes. Yeah. So I'm talking about what? Graves, yeah? That is building. So anything that is after whatever they have built, because you see, if I want to build this building, this has three floors, eh? So you made 3 floors, chini the same. Lazima balance. Chini and the same. So whatever is below, after that, whatever, foundation is government's. Yes. You can't. You can't, my dear, you can't. You can't. Aya, ngoja. Acha sasa mumeanza kuleta mastori mingi ati sijui nini. Anyone here, has you ever had someone buried 7 feet below? So, why? It's because of the law of the land. You cannot bury anybody after 6 feet. You can't. Anything that is below 6 feet is government land. Anything that is, whatever is in the ocean, it's you can use, the water is not yours. The fish you can fish, but the water is not yours. The water is government. That's why our brothers told us here, because you pay land rates. Why are you paying land rate and it's your land? If it's your land, why are you paying land rates? Kama tunapatana. Tunapatana. Yes. Guys, let me say this, eh? At least now we're learning. I love the way we want to learn more. Sindio? When you want to do anything about that land, who will you consult? The first person. Yeah? Even to want to do a borehole, you cannot just do a borehole. You'll have to go to government again and they get a certificate for you to go and drill that borehole. And you make sure that how many feet is this? Because hata gava itakuje kuambie, we don't have water here with, kuna sema 30 feet below here. Nataka kuambia, no, there is no water here. Government has to come. If you get what I'm trying to see, you understand? You anything that you want to do in that land, you have to involve government, including your title. Are we understanding each other? So anything that is you can go to fish, okay? But that water. Now let me shock you again. So you've seen people who are planting, who are doing coffee farming. That coffee is not yours. The moment you plant it, it's not yours no more. So even for you to uproot, you have to go to government and they give you, yes, coffee and tea. Those are our cash crops. Your maize you can cut anytime, but tea and coffee, before you uproot them. Yeah, you see, mbaka trees. Right now, Tuti can tell you, if you want to cut this tree here, you planted it, but if you want to cut it, you have to go to the Department of Environment. Tuti, umeget home, huyo anakata miti. Amekata miti. Umemark hiyo sura. Yeah. I hope are we getting something? Are we getting something? So we need to we need to understand. We need to understand that when Bill, have you called Jadeda? Yeah, because I need our brothers from the deaf community to also be in the session. Sawa. Where was I? Anyway, so we get into a space where, as young people, I want to. I'm introducing this topic. It's not complex. It is very simple. But some of the things that we're going to discuss today will open our minds and our brains to something else. All right? So now, yesterday I asked, okay, how many know the body of a human being is made of how many parts? Yeah? Yeah. A human being, not the body of a human being. I'm talking of a human being. Yes. Oh, that is better. Hey, intellectuals in the house. Aya. A human being is made up of how many building blocks? Nimepoteza. No, building blocks. Not shoulder, not items. I'm talking of building blocks of a human being. Yes. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let me ask, where is your soul? Where is your soul? No. Is tangible. I see your body, I don't see your soul. Yes. Okay. Hey, Buddha. Uh-huh. Ngoja. Mtumishi ngoja. Ngoja mtumishi. Hapa kuna, you're saying something? All right.
What he's saying is indeed true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The soul is what you can see.
Uh-huh. Hey. Okay.
From the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
We have the definition of dunya, but from the Bible it's what you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground
Mm-hmm.
and breathed into his nostrils
Mhm.
the breath of life.
Mm-hmm.
And man became what? A living soul.
Mm-hmm.
Man became a living soul. So, dust of the ground plus breath of life equals living soul. So everything combined is the living soul.
So what is,
Different from
so you can see soul? Now you not just answer me. Can you see, where is your soul? No. Yes. Okay. Ngoja. Bill, you're saying. Patia bill nini? Shh, boss, patia bill. Yes, Bill. Let's listen to Billy. Uh-huh. Okay, so how does the soul look? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Shh, tusikize. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why unasikianga like don't think by your when you are thinking by your mind you are just thinking in the spiritual realm, but now when you start thinking and feeling things the way you are saying
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
connect with the environment,
Mm.
so that's your soul
Mm.
and the soul lives within that, but now it's at the center of it communicating with the spirit.
Okay. So any other person, another definition? That is okay. Amazing. We're getting somewhere. With intellectual property, it's something that you'll be shocked how all this connects. All right. Hey, what I'm explain sana. So so if you're writing, write this. So from your soul, that's where your emotions, your mind, and your will is. So your soul has more components, but I'm naming three: your emotions, your will, and your mind. That's where your soul is. And I'll shock you today again. So your body, because we have said your body is made of body, spirit, and soul. So your body is the flesh that you have, the fluids that you have, and the bones. All right? And the brain, if you want to add the brain. So what God breathed to you, sawa, it was the spirit. See, that's why we're saying like we look like God. Yeah? Sindio? Okay, najua ingine hapa. It's okay. But when you say like we look like God, we look like the spirit of God. God, you cannot touch God. God is a spirit. So it is like that. So the spirit is intangible. Sawa? Then you have the body, So when you're talking about your soul, you're talking about your mind, emotion, and will. All right? That's why when we talk about feelings, you are interfering with my emotions. There is nothing, it has got to do nothing with your heart. Squeezy ladies are saying like, wacha roho ipige nini? Kazi yake ifanye kazi yake ya kupiga damu. Ipige damu. Hii maneno ingine tuachane nayo. Okay. So yesterday we also were able to unravel the mystery between the mind and the sawa and the brain. Sindio? What did we say the mind was? Na usiniambie hiyo, is the way your soul is, the emotions. What did we say about our mind? Karibu sana George. Huyu ndio mdosi wa Nakuru box. Aya. What did we say about the mind yesterday? What did we say about the mind? Yes. Fantastic. Fantastic. Your mind and your? All right. So let's get to now intellectual property. So if you're writing, write that. So number one, intellectual property is the creation of the mind. So anything that your mind can create, the mind has, as we said yesterday, the mind has no limit, but your brain has limit. Sawa sawa. So I want you to mark the black ones. The white ones is what people can say. But this is now so my definition of intellectual property, it cannot be property unless it has what? It has a value. Tunaelewana? Si land has value. Si land is property. So what makes land be a property? It's because it can be commercialized, it can be monetized, it can be can create a value out of it. So I want you to mark the black ones. So intellectual property is the creation of the mind that can create a market or can be commercialized. Are we together? So for it to be, as I've said, for it to be property, it has to have value, it can create a market, and it can be commercialized. Are we together mpaka hapo? So every idea has a demand, or it has its own interest. So now, I want us to also dive in things that most of us have read or have interacted with. But I've actually, with intellectual property, I've clustered it into 4. So one is intellectual property. The other is intellectual property law. All right? There are 4 things in IP. In IP, we have intellectual property, we have intellectual property law, and then we have intellectual property rights, and lastly, we have intellectual property awareness. Are we together? And all of them mean different things. And that's what I want us to discuss today. So number 2, we have what we call intellectual property law. So intellectual property law is the body of law that governs the ecosystem of IP from one country to another. So are we getting that? So intellectual property is the body of law or a segment of law that governs the ecosystem of intellectual property from one country to another. Then we have intellectual property rights. These are rights and privileges of an individual. The state awards an applicant who has filed for a specific acknowledgement according to the laws of that land. Then we have intellectual property awareness. Hapa ndiyo kizungumkuti iko. Awareness within an individual to identify appearance of IP and how to convert it into a product that can be consumed in a market. So I've defined the 4 terms in intellectual property. Intellectual property, one is what? Kai, si tuko pamoja? 4 things. One is Kai Jehovah. Wacha turudi nyuma. See, they are here. 4 things that I've said about IP. One is okay. Now let me take you back. Ndo niseme. In intellectual property, there are 4 things. 1, intellectual property. Sawa sawa, yenye explain. Number 2, we have intellectual property law. Number 3, we have intellectual property. Number 4, we have intellectual property awareness. So with those 4 things or 4 terms, if you can define them very well, as an innovator, you are home. Because most of us, we look at how we can go and protect our intellectual property. So let's go to the advantages of intellectual property. So intellectual property can make one appear to participate in the knowledge economy. Knowledge, ideas, talent are form of raw materials. Then IP can equalize anything and anyone. I'll explain how intellectual property can equalize you and anyone, and also your innovation. Then IP rewards more than the main rival. So if you want your innovation to stand out, you need to also check what are the intellectual property of that innovation. All right? Remember yesterday when we were talking about Safaricom and Airtel? You remember? So that is how Safaricom works. So you've seen that green. Okay, let me ask, why do you think Safaricom took the color green? Yeah? Yes? What? Why do you think like Safaricom did the green? Why are they using green? Okay. Environment, no, it's not about environment. Huh? Let me ask. Those people who are developing our websites, who are here, what is the color of your website? Why red and blue? Yes. Yes. Why red and green? Red is there. Yes, yes.
I think they wanted it to be a reminder so that every time you see a green color, you remember the
That is the end product. I want the why. The end product, that is what they wanted. But now, why they are with the green? And let me tell you, they own that shade of green. They own that shade of green. Yes. Hey, watu wanachanganyikia. Yes. Why are they doing green? You'll be shocked by them. If you say mnajua, by the way. And let me tell you something about Safaricom. They don't fikiria uko. Naona hapa tu hizi vitu zenye tunakoka tu hivi. The normal things, by the way. The normal things. Hata si uko. The normal things that you guys do. They yes. Professor. Why do they use green? Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 So Safari M-Pesa, it's not Kenyan. It's not a Kenyan product anymore. It's owned by Vodacom. Yeah. My friend, Vodacom is in UK. It's not a Kenyan company. Yeah, it went. Safaricom is no longer a Kenyan product. Yes, it went. Surprisingly, yeah. Also, today anataka niwachokoze mkasiriki alafu tuelewane. We even lost Kiondo, not the product. We lost Kiondo, the way they weave. I know there's an issue about Kiondo. Kiondo, we lost it to Japan, but we never lost the product. What they licensed was the pattern. When you're talking about processes, you remember yesterday that you can license even a process. Nyumna dhania nikiona no, hebu lete kikapu. Anakuangalia inaangalia hisi ya Japan. They look at it, you know, ladies, you know the way you look at things, unaangalia kitu, hisi chiffon, hisi that way. So with Japan, they license the way they weave. It's not the product itself. Are we together? We even so now, when we're talking about intellectual property awareness, it's how it appears, and everybody here has intellectual property by the way they look, by the way you express yourself, the way you look, and the way you execute, even how you talk. Do you know you can license how you talk? Your voice. However, have you ever had that? I've met this girl who talks to us when credit is done, someone is busy. You know that girl? Yeah, she's paid a lot of money. That voice, whatever. So you can, everybody here has their intellectual property. Everyone here. So the way you appear, you see like the way our brother here akisimama, confident, akisimama hivi ako fiti confident. So this is the dangerous person, yeah? Anaweza kudanganya kuangalia mboka yenyewe ni ukweli na hakuna kitu. You see? Confidence. It's how you appear in the market mpaka tunapatana. So 4 things that make you stand out as an innovator. 4 things. Number 1, passion. Number 2, skill. Number 3, opportunity. Number 4, knowledge. Are we together? Number 1, if I ask, what is passion? Anyone who can say what passion is? Yes. The zeal to do something. What is skill? Okay. This is how your intellectual property appears. You may be passionate about something. So when you go to the market, your intellectual property appears from your passion, all right? From your skill and from the opportunity. So now, let us break it down. How many of us know DJ Mo? So I want us to look at, leave the knowledge aside kidogo. So I want you to write passion, skill, and opportunity. Sawa. How many of us know DJ Mo? Bwana says it. That's what I'm asking. I want us to break him into the 3 whatever. What is his skill? And by the way, Naijua. No, he's not a DJ. By the way, he's not a good DJ, by the way. Yes. Actually, DJing, you know. What? Yes. But he's not. His skill, he knows it, by the way. What is DJ Mo's skill? Na by the anaijua vizuri. Who can tell us? And it's something that you always see with him. Nimewapatia mpaka. Okay. DJ Mo's skill, it is his looks. That guy, most of the events that I've met with him, anavaga karibu t-shirt 5 in one event. Akikuja hivi, before ingia stage, akona t-shirt ingine. Akiingia stage, akona t-shirt. Akitoka hiyo stage, akona t-shirt different. So this guy, when he, There was a time walikuwa was it NTV? Walikuwa with this other guy. Alikuwa to DJ nani? Sadiq. That is how Sadiq lost it. Because DJ Mo has good looks. That guy, akipigwa picha sahi, hapa within 30 minutes, ako na about 2,000K likes. Photos peke yake. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? The power of intellectual property can equalize you. You might not have papers, but intellectual property equalizes you. Yes. Because of his looks. He knows his looks are everything. Have you ever, like ladies, like the way she's beautiful like this, do you think atatembea tu viufala hivi? Anatembea na vile ana look. Vile anatembea because of the looks. Because whatever someone, let me tell you, the way you express yourself can bring you a lot of value. I've interacted with big filmmakers, and actually with their contracts, they are told, if you get injury or injured, inakatwa kwa mshahara yako. Because the way you appear in a set, it adds value in that movie. Guys, let me introduce you to another with your innovation. So how your innovation appears to the market matters a lot. Sijui kama tunaelewana. So as you look for partners and people, that's why I've asked you about the color. Do you know why KFC, most of the places there's food, you'll always find maroon. KFC, Java, Kenchik is red, because maroon, this one, you'll feel like eating. When you look at it, you know, KFC, unasikia tu kula. So color, choice of color for those who are doing their website. What is the value of that color in your website? Okay, wacha sasa niande hao watu wenye wamekuja na innovation. So you do websites, eh? So who owns that website? Bro, from today, know that you are the owner of that website. You, bro, why? Hey, bro, you need to identify values. Value. When you do that website, you give, when you make your color, when you're composing everything, sindio, from scratch. So how can that person own it? And you're the creator. Guys, are we together? So before even you do your innovation, get to understand what are the value proposition in those innovation, in that process of that innovation. What do I own in that innovation? That's where the value comes in. So intellectual property is not, you don't have to register it for it to be intellectual property. By the virtue of you getting ukizalio tu hivi, intellectual property, no one can tell you that, government cannot tell you that you own intellectual property is you and yours. Before even you register it, it's yours. Sijui kama tunapatana. Are we getting each other? So there's one person that I want to someone like Bahati has a very nice skill that most of us don't know. Kuimba wimbo za huzuni. Akimba wimbo huzuni, ina trend mtu wangu. Waza tu aimbe hizi mavitu za kuruka, hiyo song nyendi mahali. Na anajua by the way. He knows. Anajua tu nikiimba tu mama. Nikiimba tu hiyo, hii video imeenda. So now, as an innovator, you need to check what are the intellectual property, what do I own in that innovation, in that process? Because most of us, you'll go and sell your innovation you just sell your innovation like that. For those people who are musicians, yeah? You said you're a musician. All right. How many songs have you done? Okay, so you perform people's songs. So you are a music writer, not a composer. You are a music writer. So that's why you stop. After writing, you sell. I'm in the creative industry, bro. I'm asking. Yes. So what do you do with your, after composing? Also, you are up. So you compose and perform live, which is okay. Why did you choose live? Let me now identify your products that are in there. I'm just taking examples so that now we understand. So I want you to identify with you how many intellectual property are in what you do. So you do your composition from your own, yeah? Then you come and perform, right? If I'm getting you right, yeah? So why live? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What does experience do to you? Bro. If I were you, ningekwambia tu rudi shamba ulime. If an experience is not value to you, don't say that I want to experience the way my fans, because a recording artist anakuja kulimsync na naambia rusha mikono. Is that an experience? Yes, it is. But now, what I want you to do is this, to assist you. You see, from the way you write your music, right? In music, there are 8 components, and I'll share it with you. 8 components in the music that you can sell before even going to perform. Are we together? Yes. So before you go to perform live, do you know what why people love live music, like in a band? Why? No. Yes. Yes. Yeah. No. Live bands, people love live bands. You know why? There is a gap for what? No. With live bands, why people love wanapenda live bands, it's because of the space called mistake. Unaelewa? That akasema band tuliza. Niko hapa na that space for mistake, it's what makes live band come out better. Are we together? So kwa sababu when you're in studio, you cannot make hey boss, toa hiyo. Tunaimba. You get what I'm trying to say? So the space for live band, why people love live band, it's because there is a space for mistake and nobody will know. Tunaelewana? So when you do what you do, you need to know, why am I doing this? So you have freedom that you're not aware. Before you do the feeling part, get to understand what are the value prepositions, what are the value products from the writing, from the composing to performing. There is an ecosystem that is in between there. My sister does here percussion. She's a percussionist, amazing percussionist. Yeah? Amazing. And I love she introduced me to another genre of music that nilikuja tu kuipenda. You are amazing. Unaona vile hizo mikono zake hata sema kama she's an amazing. Unajua percussionist ni nini? Oh yeah, percussionist is the one wanapiga drums. Zile conga drums and all those drums, eh? She's one amazing lady who does her own drums. Anatengeneza drums from scratch and she performs. Anakuja mpaka anaziperform. So now we need to identify, even when if in agriculture, those people in agriculture, you need to identify your values of all that innovation that you're doing. What are the intellectual property that I can own in that innovation? Because you come and propose to us and tell us, okay, this is my innovation, I'm doing this, I'm blah, blah, blah. But now at the end of the day, you need to identify that innovation. What do I own in that innovation? Yesterday I told you, yeah, that trademark ya Coca-Cola, 68 million USD. Actually, it's not million, it's billion, USD, billion. That, yo vile imeandikwa Coca-Cola, that trademark, to own that trademark, it's kama utaweza 68 billion USD, you can buy it. That's how much value your logo and your colors can bring to you. And you'll never find that in the front. These front are nini, because they own the C, they own the O, they own like everything in that trademark here, Coca-Cola. Are we together? Are we together? There is something that okay. Let me also tell you that we don't have Coca-Cola in Kenya. We don't. Sawa sawa. Coca-Cola is not in Kenya. Najua nyinyi mnakunywa soda, si ndio? Si ndio? So what happens from today? I want you to know this. In Kenya, Coca-Cola, it's a manual and solution. So, Coca-Cola, their people have come together, wakakuwa one of they have been, that is now what we call licensing, they've been given license to produce Coca-Cola products, yeah? That's why, how many have engaged with, okay, I'm getting there. So we don't own Coca-Cola, we don't have Coca-Cola in Kenya. So what we own, when that's, because they are, Coca-Cola and Nairobi and Kisumu, they are owned by different people. So they come together, go to Coca-Cola South Africa, that's where their African office are. They are being given a license. So that license, they are being given a solution and a manual. So number solution, I can bicarbonate, itatoa Sprite. Each solution, they don't know even what the solution is on, what the solution is all about. Because that is their trade secret. Hey, remember, I'll tell you a trade secret. In whatever you presented to us, I'll tell you the trade secret. So you need to identify in your innovation, what are your trade secrets that nobody can, that company can say like, hey, would want this trade secret here. Are we together? Another space that I would want to call us as innovators. Are you aware you can also sell a phrase? Okay. Now let me, that is an innovation, by the way. There's one guy right now he would be a billionaire. Do you know what that man is? Steve Simple Boy. I'm telling you, for sure. Do you know what he could sell? Huh? No. Freshie Barida. That phrase, there was a big company that wanted to buy that phrase. Right guy, that guy could be a billionaire today. We're just saying, Freshie Barida. But that phrase only, could have right now made him a billionaire. Hata angeacha muziki. I believe you could, yes. So phrases can give you value. Actually, there's a company, Coca-Cola is one of the best company that buys phrases. You know that test the feeling. That's the test the feeling. It's worth 28 billion USD. That phrase, taste the feeling. Taste the feeling. Those 3 words. Aki mnangalia na mshtuko. Kama tuko na rengine. Lo ilikuwa high voltage, eh? It is high voltage, eh? So most of us, we do what we do, and we cannot identify the phrases, the things that we own by the virtue of how you appear. So you've heard nowadays musicians that say like appearance. Kuna rate appearance. Okay, sawa. Wacha niachane nyinyi amujue hii maneno. For those of us who are artists, like myself, I'm in the creative industry. Kuna size wanalipa appearance. Mtu anakuja anaapia kwa show yako, haimbi, anaapia tu na anaenda. So then you understand what I mean, eh? Kuna, because they've performed, this girl has performed back na Sauti Sol. Mkono wazito hapa na mjui. Them perform na Sauti Sol. Not hiyo percussion hiyo. So nataka hizi vidole kwa. So at the end of the day, all of us here, we have an opportunity to express our innovation in many ways, in phrases, in processes, in identifying our products, in the processes, and even that innovation, making sure that you identify in this innovation, what is the value of this innovation? What is the value? When I do what I do, when I think the way, and you see young people, to go to evil, we are lazy. See what? By the way, let me tell you, young people, it is not that we don't have money, it's because we are lazy. Sisi kama kuna watu wa lazy ni vijana. Sasa unaona Uhuru alikuwa anasema, unapatia vijana hivi wanakula kila kitu. He said it. Yeah. How many of us know Thika Road? You know Thika Road? Thika Road. Do you know who built Thika Road? No. Yeah? Thika Road. Actually, Thika Road was brought in as a policy in Parliament. Niliwaambia wase jana ni read. When you want to be intellectual property, intellectual, it equalizes you. So you need to read more. Thika Road was built by Jimmy Kibaki. He did that road as a policy document in Parliament. Guys, we're in a space where we do what we do. We interact with people, but we don't atujui value whatever we see, how it can build, how it has building blocks to the things that we are talking about. Innovation does not stop at buying or selling or partnering. Innovation, it's something, because sustaining an innovation, you need to understand what are the values, what are the things that I'm getting out of this innovation that I can easily put together and gives it value. So now we've come to a space where we need to, see, I told you yesterday about the Equity logo. The Equity logo is 60. James Mwangi anaambia watu, without assets, that ka nyumba ka Equity na the word equity. 69 Kenyan shillings, 69 billion Kenyan shillings, logo, peke yake. Bila hata assets, bila hata account zenyu. Yani wakisema tunauza hii logo hii. Hii logo ni asset. So now, as an innovator, how many of us read books and novels? You read novels? Yeah? Oh, you read books? Yeah? How many of us know Sidney Sheldon? Sidney Sheldon. You know Sidney Sheldon? Nishaisikia. Do you know who Sidney Sheldon is? Yes. I want you to guess who Sidney Sheldon is. Sidney Sheldon is a man. So Sidney Sheldon is a pseudonym of a man. All right? So Sidney Sheldon, the way he appears in novels, he appears like a woman. But that is his AKA. So kila mtu anakuwa na AKA. So that is the pseudonym. Yeah. Aki mnabakiziliza. What? What? Are we together? So any place that you write Sidney Sheldon in your book, you have to pay him. When you use one of his phrases, you have to pay him in his books. Are we together? Are we together? So now, let me then I finish. 6 ways you can sell your intellectual property. Then we go. Is it okay? 6 ways you can sell your intellectual property. Hizi ni notes tulikuwa naandika darasani. So I've just picked a few. Then, so 6 ways you can sell intellectual property. So one, you need to one sell-off. You can sell everything. One sell-off, that is one way you can sell your intellectual property. So this is where you sell everything without even knowing. Ili unaambia innovation yangu ni 2. So nikikupa 2 million nachukua innovation, yes. So the guy goes and makes more money from it. So this is one way you can sell your intellectual property. You need to one sell off, you sell everything. Then we have something called loyalty sale. So this is where an individual sells components of that innovation or that idea. So for those people who are, let me now give you the, so in a song, these are the components of a song, sawa, that you can sell and your song doesn't go. So in a song, there's a title, there's lyrics, okay? There's the title of the song, there's lyrics, there is the structure, there's melody, there is instrumental, there is the form, there is the genre, and chord projection. So that is what you can, in a music, they have those 8 components. So if you are in a music, whatever that you do, those are the things that you can sell. So unaonaga kuna advert inachukua beat peke yake, haina song into adverts. So you say like, so how much will this beat cost? So a company comes, picks it, and anasema no, without the wordings, tutaka tu your beat. So there is value for it. But now kuna wengine, for those people who go and produce music, if your sister and brother go produce music, ask that your brother, sister, or your uncle, or your auntie, or relative, who owns that music. Sawa. Then the third one, you have omnibus sale. Omnibus. So this is where omnibus, you look at the value of each component that you are selling. Omnibus is, ukitaka kuyuza yote, si ya kwanza unayuza tu yote hivyo. So omnibus, you unaanza kila component. Music, lyrics, title. So you sell, but you segment it. The value of the title, the value of the beat, the value of the chord projection, all that. Kama ni innovation, unasema now, this process, there is what I'm inputting. There is what I'm putting here, what I'm putting here, what I'm putting here. So when you sell like omnibus, you're selling it into different components put together, right? The fourth one is isolated or assembly sale. So out of the building blocks, isolated sale, you isolate a portion of it. Sawa? Sawa? You isolate something, you sell it. You isolate, isolation or assembly sale. Then we have a restricted or covenant sale. So this is where you can sell it to the next generation. You sell it to the, unasema mimi nitaiuza, just like the way ujama philosopher anaitwa nani? He's written this guy. Okay, nikikumbuka nitawaambia. So there's your covenant or restricted sale. This is the sale where an individual or family or next of kin can benefit even after the death of the signing of the contract. So that is a successor. You sell, so you restrict people and sell to. Then we have the last one is liberal sale. So this is where the seller of the original title sells it to the buyer, and he or she has the rights to do anything they wish. So liberal nilo unaambiwa ukitaka kupeleka hii wimbo iko ya matanga ni sawa. Yeah? Sawa? You remember the story of Sauti Sol and Azimio? Yeah? So there was a story of in-syncing. Hii song tumewapea lakini msishikanishe na song ingine. So when ukishikanisha na song ingine, you have to pay us. Because wali in-sync music ya Sauti Sol bila kuambia. Kunajua kuna ile kutumia na Those are talking about isolation, eh? When you say mimi nimekupatia right ya kutumia innovation yangu Nakuru East. Ukipeleka Nakuru West, hiyo ni pesa ingine. Sawa. So now before we get into the pitching, I wanted us just to understand why are we innovating, or why are we doing what we are doing, and also the value, understanding the value of what we do. So now I'll be at peace if every one of us understands the value of how you appear in the market, because the market is about value. And let me tell you, anytime you do anything that you do, whether you want to come up with an idea or you come up with an idea, if your focus is money, you will always look for money. Let me tell you something. Money, the value of money, if you understand the value of money, itakusaidia sana. Money was never, if you are writing just right, this will help you for the rest of your life, because nobody will tell you this. Money was not created to be looked for. Rather, it was created to be attracted to. Nirudie tena. Money was created not to be looked for, but rather to be attracted to. Sawa? Nirudie tena. Money was created not to be looked for, rather to be attracted to. Sasa asubuhi nasema naenda kutafuta pesa. My friend, utaitafuta? Hiyo pesa utaitafuta mtu wangu. And that is what changed my idea of even money. So as young people, where we are in our space, even in life, what I've shared with you today, if it will not change your life, then I don't know what will change your life. Because I don't think there's anybody who will ever share with you what I've shared with you today. That anytime that you wake up in the morning, know there is someone praying the same thing, that akupate mtu kama wewe, feeds on you and leaves you poor. So when we wake up in the morning, know this, there is nobody. If you wake up and look for money, money hainaga shida. So money is attracted to work and value. Tumeelewana? So it's attracted. So if you have value, money will look for you, not the other way around. So money, when it sees value and work, money follows you mpaka unaihepa. So what I want you to ask yourself is this: how much value do you have within yourself? How much intellectual property do you portray by the virtue of your appearance, by the virtue of even how you walk? There are people who are paid even to sleep. I'm telling you, yes. Unaona hizi mattresses zenye wana advertise. There are people who are paid to sleep. Wewe na kulipa, lala hapa, utrese kama mattress iko sawa. Haya sawa, acha nilale. Mnanilipa how much? They are paid to sleep, I'm telling you. So because they have identified, kuna watu wengine hapo wakilala hata sura zao zisitokea kwa advert. But sasa kuna wale wenye akilala hivi, wai, unasema hii imeweza. So the people who are paid to. There are people who actually paid. I know in Kenya, paid, and one of them you might know him. He's paid to have fun. People like Mwaniki Magiria, he's paid to eat food. Just to have fun all over the country. I've met amazing people in my life. Yeah? Mwaniki Magiria he's paid a lot of money just to go and eat meat and whatever, those funny food all over Kenya. That is how he earns. So some of us here, with our innovation, we have no idea. Some of us, we are so much talented. But at the end of the day, I want you to identify how you appear in the market. With your innovation, with your ideas, with your creativity, how do you appear in the market? Because that will bring you value than even going to do what you're doing. Are we together? Are we together? So I promised, there's someone I promised yesterday. Most of us, everything that I told you yesterday, I read. And one of my favorite book is the Bible. So this is I'm reading it in the second time this year. So I have two before the December issue. I'm reading every year. For the last 3 years, I've been challenging myself to read it 4 times in a year. So one of these fine days, I got do you know the concept of the billboard? It's in the Bible, man. Man, I was shocked. It is there. But I will not give it today. It's there. Go read. Actually, I can tell you it's in Genesis. the concept of the billboard. It's there. Sawa sawa? So again, as yesterday I even told you about the story of Joshua, the freezing of the 6 hours. Karibu sana mwalimu. The freezing of 6 hours. Yeah. I've even went ahead and read the Greek Bible. And when I read the story of Moses, it's an amazing story. Amazing. You know, when you read, let me share this and then I finish. When I read the Bible story, the story of Moses, I was even shocked that most of us tulikuwa tunaambiwa, see, Moses alipatia 2 tablets. What are the tablets? Yeah? Simuniongeleshe. What are the tablets? The 10 Commandments. Actually, one of them was the 10 Commandments, back to back. This other one was the instructions on how to build the tabernacle. So, tukiwa primo tukonambia alikuja na 2 tablets, 5, si ndio? But I want you to go and read your Bible again. You'll be shocked. When people talk about, when you talk about the 10 Commandments, well, they were not given chapter 20, they were being given at chapter 24. When it came down, those were instructions, chapter 20. So, and then this guy goes, tunaambiwa, si alifanya aje? Aliambiwa, most of us tutapreachago kanisa tunaambiwa aje? And akafanya nini? Sticks, ndio? Yeah? Parting the Red Sea. Aliwekelea nini? Alieka kijiti, hiyo kijiti yake. He never used the stick. He used the hands. Go read your Bible today. He just did this to raise your hands. Now, that's an amazing story that I would share with you so that you go and read. So this guy, Moses will be the first person to walk on water with 2 million people. You know what God told Moses? Look for, angalia nini? Angalia mbele. That was the only secret that Moses was, the only instruction that God gave Moses. Look where? In front. Wachana kuangalia nyuma. Look in. Wakati alifika kambi, where Egyptians wanakam. God akalese niyo miracle. Akasema, okay, sawa, miracle number 2. Haya, unua basi mkono. That Red Sea knew him. Can I prove to you that Red Sea knew Moses, and Moses never knew that Red Sea. River Jordan, so nakumbuka story ya Moses. You remember the story of Moses when he was born? Akatupwa kwa River Jordan. So this river had whales, had all those bad things. So this lake pours into the Red Sea, River Jordan. Mwende msome Biblia zenyu, acheni kuniangalia na macho zile za. Yes, go read your Bible. So when it flows to the Red Sea, it means that the River Jordan that goes to the Red Sea knew Moses very well. This is the guy mwenye hakukuliwa the other side, and he has come here. Moses never knew that this lake, this river, this ocean knows him. Do you know how many days they walked through? 2 million people. Red Sea. It took them 3 good months. 3 good months. 3. So when I'm telling you guys, go and research, go read. These are things that your pastor will not tell you. I'll say it confidently. Your pastor will never tell, but you go read. When you read books, when you read those novels, what are you getting out of it? So as young people, if you want us to be equally the markets, you need to read. Tusikae tu hapa mafala hapa haki yetu kila wakati. Sisi ni mavijana, we are entitled and all that. No. Are we together? I hope tumeget kitu. Tumeget kitu. Yeah? Najua mumeungua saizi ni kama betri mumechomeka. So I charge you guys to go outside there and when we are doing our pitching shortly, most of us, if you have any question, you need to tell us. So as I want to invite my teacher, who is actually our host today. Yeah, you want to finish? Yes. He's Josek. So Josek is the one Okay, wacha niseme hivi, Josek mimi namuita mwalimu. He's taught me a lot. Here, naona hii space. He's taught me design thinking, ndo nilikuwa na kuja nje, so when ikianza niambie hiyo design thinking sije. Naona nyinyi mmesoma design thinking yesterday, mimi sikuisoma, so at least you're better than me, so hiyo ndio kitu tu imebaki mwalimu. But also I want to go, they also have other courses that are doing here, leadership. I've also done leadership and entrepreneurship here. I have certificate from them, and this year I'm also trying to come back and do the leadership. Also, is it a go fresher to refresh the leadership? So I would want to welcome for the next 5 minutes. Welcome Josek. He requested for us to take us through the application of YALI, and then Bill will take over and take us through on how we shall do our pitching. Otherwise, God bless you. Tuko pamoja. Josek. So teacher ameniambia he's going to get his laptop because kila mtu laptop yake na so I hope to interact more with you guys. So remember, remember we are not done yet after today. Remember we had a plan. Remember? We also, so we are not after this. We shall form our Bill will help us to form up our WhatsApp group. After forming up the WhatsApp group, we'll be guided. There are places that we shall go together, we shall visit together, for us also now to see where do our innovation come in. Sawa sawa? Sawa sawa? Yeah, so I was to, there was a nini you're supposed to sign. There is also some forms that we are supposed to sign, the non-disclosure. For those of us who are doing, they have their innovation, yeah? They had some. So, and then there's, I need registration for today. Sawa sawa? So Bill will after, before Jose comes, Bill will also take us through how the plan is, and then after Jose, we get into it. Sawa sawa? Any question? Okay, thank you. Fuchs. Sawa sawa? So, Bill, you ready? Okay.
Before Jose comes in, there is just, I just want to tell you how we are going to run the program. So we will break for 30 minutes and then come back. And within those 30 minutes, we will not have just broken to Metulia. We will be having an activity going on. So as we saw, we have 7 of us here who are going to be pitching their innovation ideas, right? Could I just by a show of hand, who are the 7? Okay, no problem, go ahead. No problem, ndio naanza kuongea. Sawa. Let me just lay out everything vile itaenda, and then I'll let you know on the steps forward. So the 7 who will be pitching, mtakuwa hapa nje, and we'll have a panel of judges, three judges, just to judge your innovation, see what you have gone through and what we can be able to help you to polish the idea. That is number 1. In fact, to polish your pitch, not necessarily your idea, but polishing your pitch. If there is a problem with your idea, then we will also advise you on what you need to do to make sure that it is good enough for the market. That is number one. And then we will have non-disclosure agreements. The reason why we are breaking you out, in fact, all of you will be out, but the reason why we are doing that, we don't want the innovators to come and pitch to the entire group. So the innovators will only be pitching to the judges, and we'll sign a non-disclosure agreement with them so that innovation yako, whatever you discuss here, it stays between you and the judges. Nobody else will know about it. It will be a secret. But then later on, and then the rest of us who will be out, kutakuwa na question. I'll just give you a guideline on what we would want to see. You also do another group work, polish your pitch. We did group work yesterday, and we had some pitches here in the morning, right? You are in group one. There was group 4, group 3. Yeah, so we would want you to probably maintain the groups, but now still polish on your particular ideas. And some of the things we would want to see as you pitch to us, as you come to present the ideas when we will be rejoining, will be, what is the problem you are trying to solve? How much of a problem is it? And then what is the solution you are offering? Do you have a team? Who are on your team? That is an example, but now that you will be in groups, that will be your team. But then assign yourselves roles. Who will be doing this, who will be doing this. And then what are the projections, financial projections, the revenue projections with your idea? If it is invested in, how do you think you will be generating money, and after how long, after what time? And then what is your ask? How much are you asking for? The same thing James has been telling you, to quantify your ideas, like you give it a price. How much are you asking for, and how is it going to be spent? Maybe 10% will go to marketing, 50% will go to product development. You break it down. And then we'll also want to see what is the market viability of that particular idea. Of course, as you presented in the morning, we saw some of the ideas are very viable in the market, and they are actually addressing a particular challenge to the entire market. So, and then what will be the impact of that particular solution you are saying, you are giving us? That is the group work. Of course, even for the innovators that are going to pitch to the judges, we also expect the same. But don't worry, whatever you have prepared right now is what you will present, because this particular session will just to see your innovations, the viability and all that, and then how can we be able to polish it so that when we are going to now pitch it to the investors, it has a higher chance of success. We have quite a number of investors, as we had communicated with you, but we could not convene all of them here today. So we want to arrange another time with them according to their schedules, when we will be able to convene them, and now you will go and pitch that idea to them. But then before you pitch to them, we have to also polish it, so that ukifika huko asikuulize how much do you want me to invest in you, alafu ujui unaanza kufikiria hapo. But you need to have done your due diligence. You have known, okay, if I want an investment of 2 million Kenya shillings, I want an investment of 10 million, I want an investment of 500K, depending on your particular idea and the cost implications of implementing that particular idea. Yeah, so that is what we are going to work on. So maybe, Jose, you could just come and take us as little time as possible to address the group, maybe 5 minutes, so that pia tusikae sana, tuende tufanye the activity, we come wrap it up, and then we hit as we go, right? So. Is that okay? Kuna swali? Yeah, just swali. Mm-hmm. Okay, the group projects, what we are trying to do is we are trying to cultivate that, of course, innovativeness in each and every one of you. And that will be, if you are presented with that particular chance, how would you do this? If you decide to go ahead with it as an innovation that you would want to pitch for investment, then that is much welcome. But for now, it is just a group work to take you through the process, so that even as you go and develop your individual ideas, then you know what is the process you need to go through for you to secure funding. So, any other question? if you are among the innovators, you will have that chance to pitch to the judges that we have here. So if it is a solo idea that you want to present, then you will let me know and you will be able to present with this group. But if you don't have one and you are not assigned a group yesterday, then join in whichever group you will feel comfortable to join and work with them on that particular idea they are developing, so that when we come back, we'll see what you have come up with. Yeah, so.
All right, let's appreciate him. Thank you. How many were here yesterday? By show of hand, you were here yesterday when I was talking about yearly. Okay. So I was saying that so that I don't have to repeat what I said yesterday. And because I've been given 5 minutes, I don't think I'll go into more details. However, I have WhatsApp, the PowerPoint slides for what I wanted to present, and I'll share with you on the given platform, be it email or a WhatsApp group. Will that be okay? So that I don't have to repeat everything for the sake of time, and I know guys are going to do the pitch and all that. So yesterday I talked about Young Africa Leaders Initiative, which is a group of young people in Africa who are really doing great stuff here and there. And when I look at you addressing the group of young innovators who are already doing things, changing Africa and making her better day by day. And that means that we can always do this. And I like the fact that today we are pitching our ideas. And sometimes you might have an idea, you pitch it, and then you don't know what next. And that's why we are introducing Young Africa Leaders Initiative yearly, a group, an organization that was founded by Barack Obama, the former president of the United States, just to accelerate and ensure that the young people are taking lead, they're taking positions in this Africa, and they are causing change. So this is an opportunity that is always there, comprising of all young men, 18 years to 35, and young women, of course, in Africa, so that they can really do something. So today, we have enrolled the application for cohort 52, 53, and 54. And that's why I'm standing here, that you guys should be applying for this opportunity. And if your application you go through, then you stand a chance even to apply for grants to accelerate your business ideas that you're going to present today. You get to network with people from Africa and even across the world. As I was saying, we have the MWF, we have the RLC yesterday and all that. So I'm urging you to do the application. And yesterday was just to show you where is the link. And for those who are able to access this, this is the link that you can use to apply. What you just need to do is to come and click on apply now. And once you are there, you'll have to create an account, probably your name, your email, your phone number, country of course is Kenya and all that. This support is being applied by 14 countries. So I urge you to do the application. Once there are some questions that will be asked there and all that, just respond to them. But allow me to take you through some of the questions that you're going to encounter there. I said there are 3 tracks yesterday. One, we have what we call public management track, especially those people who work with organizations, the government or the UN organization, the A organizations and all that. They can apply for that. We have business and entrepreneurship, and I know most of the innovators, they'll fall here, isn't it? Yeah, that idea that you have and you want to put it in business. And then you also have civic leadership, those people who are causing some change in the community. So the very first question you'll be asked is this one. Outline in detail the projects, organization, company, initiative you have founded that you are currently running. Yeah. So is there something that you are currently doing? Is it under an organization and all that? And I know maybe some of you may not be having an organization, registered one. You can still present your idea, your project, and say, I'm doing this and this and this. At what stage is the initiative organization? So you'll find all these questions are there. And please, what we recommend, read word by word, statement by statement, when you're addressing this question, so that at the end of it, you have responded to all these concerns that they are asking. And B, you articulate your issues very well. You are told a limit of 250 words. Please don't write 100 words. Don't write 200 words. I expect at least 220 to 250 words. Support what you are saying. Don't say, this project has benefited many youth. There is nothing in life like many youth. You rather say this project has touched the life of 60 youth in, if you are working within Nakuru County, you say Nakuru County or Kuresoi sub-county of Nakuru County. Are you getting the point? You be more specific, and don't just it has benefited. Don't just say it has benefited. You explain how. If it is a training, you have trained maybe 60 youth, yeah, or women and all that. So you be more specific. There's a question on describe in detail innovative solution you have implemented to address a pressing challenge. All of us, we are innovators, and I'm sure this question, kwenu ni mswaki, si ni kweli? You are describing an innovative solution. If you are maybe dealing with issues like now people are living through hard economic times, there is hunger, people can't afford a meal and all that. Is there any innovative way that you are using to solve this problem? You get the point? Yes, if we are talking about maybe children, maybe young girls are being raped in the community and all that, you're trying to come up with a way that you will eliminate or reduce that. So you be specific, an innovative solution you have implemented to address the problem. And please explain the challenge problem. Its effects? No. What is the challenge? What is the problem? What are the effects, yeah, of that problem? If we don't solve that problem today, what are the effects? The effects. So you go one by one. I could have taken you through this, but because of time, allow me just to rush. Again, 250 words limit. There is this question. Although this one is not rated, this question, it is not scored. So if you don't answer it, it's not going to affect your score. But nevertheless, all of us, we have worked with women. Nani hajaifanya kazi na women? All of us, isn't it? Tumefanya kazi with women and also the young girls. So please, don't just leave it hata kama it's not being scored. Just write something. Sawa sawa. Then the 3 questions are general to all tracks. But if you decide to go business and entrepreneurship track, you'll encounter this question. That entrepreneurship is becoming the driving force behind most economies in the world, and most governments are investing in it. What's your contribution to business and entrepreneurship in your community? Your business, your innovation, is it trying to solve a certain problem? I always teach my design-driven entrepreneurship students, and I always tell them that if your business does not solve any problem in the society, then go and close it. So it must be solving a certain and a particular what? Problem in the society. Because it's that problem that will make you, yesterday we were taught about human-centered design thinking. We are solving a problem to our customer. So is there any new product, service, and all that? Then there's another question, knowing what you know, is there anything you will have done differently when you are first starting out in your business or entrepreneur journey? Probably you started a business and you did not incorporate all the components and all that. Okay? Is there something that you regret? Is there something that you feel that needs to be added? Is there something that throughout your business, maybe you are in 1 year journey, maybe is there something that you think you need to implement to add value that you didn't know that time? Probably you're doing business and you had not even defined what is the value proposition of your business. And today you feel that there is need for me to come up with that, maybe the lean Canva model to just check and ensure that the aspect of monitoring and evaluation of my business is also enhanced. We have civic leadership. I don't know whether we have anybody in civic here. You are in civic. Okay, so describe in detail innovative solution you have implemented to address a pressing challenge in your community. Still, what is this thing you have solving in your community as far as civic leadership is concerned? Is there something you are doing in your community? So you think in that line, something that is unique, something that it brings results, something that is tangible, something that is not copied. You come up with that and you see how is it solving the problem in the community. Okay? Tuko pamoja. And then how do your personal values regarding civic engagement play a role in helping you to accomplish your goals? Yeah, your personal values, your principles. Yeah, maybe you are that hardworking person. Maybe you are that person of integrity. Maybe you are that person who the rule of law, you don't want to kuchezea that thing. So you hold on that and you say, how is it assisting you to accomplish and to do your work within the community and all that. So what do you think is the importance of civic participation and activity in society? How will you foster this? So why should we engage in civic participation? For example, next month is we are advocating for environmental conservation. So why do you think maybe planting trees is important? To advocating or telling people to plant more trees to conserve environment is important to the society? And what role are you going to play for you to ensure that that is being done? So you think in that area. Do you have anybody in public management? You are working with the government, maybe chief, sub-chief. You are working with the UN and all that. Okay, so if there's nobody, I think because of time, I don't want to go into that. But one thing I want us to recall, it's something that we call it nanipotea. The SDGs. Yes, you know SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. The problem you're solving, is it's a line in which SDG? Is it quality education, which SDG number? Is it number 4? Or number 3? Health is number 3, right? So if it's education, is it within number 4? So you think in that line, and whatever points you are discussing, essays, you always put there the SDG and think in that line. We need facts. We don't want stories. The question, the way they flow, please let there be consistency and let there be connection from one point to another point, from one essay to another essay. Use facts, statistics, support it. If, for example, you are doing a project or innovation and you are talking about it in the essay, please, I'm sure one day you had posted it in your social media. Put that link, take that link, paste it there. Sawa sawa. And yesterday we said there is need for us to clean our social media. Go and hide those things that you think they can affect you and all that. So those are the application. Once you have qualified, you'll be interviewed via the phone, just 5 minutes, and then you'll be taken to the Kenyatta University for 1 month. There is online and there is physical. So 1 month there physically if you want. If you opt the online one is still okay, but most people will prefer going there physically. You'll meet other guys from 14 countries, East and Central Africa. You'll network. You'll be trained, and after that, you qualify to be an alumni where you can apply for grants to support your projects. You can network, and this program is supported by the U.S. Government, USAID, and that means that you can walk there and request for what they are doing to fund your projects. You can go there and network with them. They can help even to source for grants from the US and all that. And whenever there's an employment, Yali alumni, they are always given the priority. Sawa. So there are great benefits when you join Yali. And after that, you join the group of Yali alumni within the country, and we are there to support one another. We had done this program, and already those who are interested have about 56 young men and women in the within Nakuru. They're applying for the same. They're in the one WhatsApp group. So if you feel that you need to take this conversation from this to another level, you can always reach to us, and then we can help you. And mind that This, whatever I'm saying here, the deadline is Miona deadline. Within a week, I think it will be there. So in the event that you like to join that conversation, you can just text to that number, WhatsApp, and then I'll share with you the link. You join that, you'll be able to write the correct things, and that will increase your ability to win this grant. They are only looking for 100 people per cohort. We have 3 cohorts, so it's 300. And remember, we are applying Eastern Central Africa, about 9 to 10,000 applicants every session, and they're only looking for 300. So what makes you better than the rest? Your uniqueness, isn't it? And the other thing, you think in the line of the lean Canva model. Sijui kama mshaisikia? Anybody? Lean Canva model? Okay, business Canva model. Okay, so don't worry, we'll be able to explain. I'm sure you work on that, isn't it? Yeah, so you can always get assistance from him, or even myself. I'm there to support you so that we see the Nakuru people going far and far. Sawa. Yeah, so we are there to support you. Please do something. The Bible says that my people perish because they lack knowledge. You never know your next opportunity. It's there. Sawa. And innovations that you have here, maybe Yali is the one that through Yali you'll get some grants. Like I've been in the office since morning just talking about, we had a webinar session with the grants from the USAID, looking at why we failed to get the grants and all that. And they were really talking great things that are there to support Kenya and also the other 13 countries within East and Central Africa. So with those few remarks, I beg to stop there, unless if there is one or two questions, quick ones. Any question, concern? All right, thank you. So in case you have, yes, please. That means that you applied some time back. Oh, you have already, or they have already applied, but they feel that there's something they could have done better than what they've done. Oh, unfortunately, right now it's not possible. But there is always that next cohort, which I think should be coming sometime in November, October, November there. Yeah. Yes. If you applied and you didn't finish the process, or you applied but you got a reject, don't worry, you still have an opportunity to apply this time. Yes, using the same account. Sawa. But if you applied and you went there, you are given an opportunity. Like my account, siwezi apply saizi, it is deactivated. I can only use it to access other materials and other opportunities, but application. So yeah, and I want to encourage everybody, you may apply today and it will fail. Don't worry. There are people who even apply 5 times. But there are those who are lucky like myself, I only applied once and it went through. Sawa, yes. Yes. Not really. You apply you as an individual, but when you are doing the application, you have to mention that you have this organization, and through that organization, you know the first question, the project, the name of the organization and all that. So you can just mention that through this organization you are able to do ABCD. Yeah. Yes. You apply as an individual. And that application, you don't, even if you don't have an organization, you still qualify. Yes. And the other thing, please, they are not looking for the number of degrees you have. Sawa. Even if when in class 8 drop out, but you know how the basic English, and there is something you are doing in your community, you still qualify. Even if you have a PhD, you still qualify. Sawa. Yeah, and use English, not Swahili. I've seen my friends from those Angola, DRC, Congo, and all that. Someone writing using French, so they don't recognize French. So use English, not Swahili, not Kikuyu. Use English. Even if it's broken English, please use English. They are not looking at the grammar, they are looking at what you are doing and how every point you write, you support it. You support it. Sawa sawa. Yes. Okay, with this one, the very first level before even you qualify for grants, it is you apply, then after application, you are given a letter showing that you qualified, you go, you attend the training. That's the very first thing. The training, and then after the training, you become an alumni. Once you are an alumni like myself now, you can apply for grants. They give you grants up to 6 million that can really support your project. Yes. Yeah, but the issue you are raising is very, very pertinent, and they also look into that, the ideas. Yesterday, I think someone was talking about patent issues and all that. That one is well taken care of. Yes. Yeah? Sorry? Okay. 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 All right. I think then I should stop there. I look forward to see many applications from the people who are looking at me right now. And let's engage, let's talk. Kama swali mekulemea niulize. We help you. I'm not saying tunakuandikia, but we guide you. And you see, please, before you submit, give a Yali alumni, and kwa hiyo group utapata wako wengi sana. We are many to help you improve the essays, and then you submit. Please check, I don't know, the deadline was, is it 5th? Yes, it should be 5th or what? Let me just confirm. Open and will close on 5 p.m. That's on May. Yes, tarehe 5, mwezi wa 5. Yeah? Sawa sawa. So please, now usinitumie essay tarehe 5 saa 9. People wako na kazi mingi, so the earlier you send it, the better. You can even say essay 1 unafanya unatuma, si ndio? Then essay 2 hivyo. Sisi tunangoja zote, because sometimes if you send me 1 or 2 days to the deadline, this more sitakusaidia sana. Okay? Yeah, so I think I'll stop there. I don't know, MC alienda wapi? Yeah, so this is the link. You have to register. Yeah, and those who any text, I'll share with you the PowerPoint presentation that I was supposed to present, but because of time, this explaining more about YALI and the programs that we have, the eligibility, and actually the very first 3 days you are taken, 1 week, the first 1 week you are taken to such kind of games. Unatembelea kwa ropes, zip lining and all that. And it's all about leadership, trying just to focus and all that. This program, for you to attend, that 1 month someone spends about 400,000. The US government will spend 400,000 on you alone. But your pace of course haikuji kwa mfuko. It caters for everything, kutoka kwa gate yenu mpaka kwa center na kurudi. Sawa sawa. They refund everything, so you don't spend any single shilling. Everything ni yao. Sawa sawa. So thank you, and I look forward to see you guys doing those essays, and let's meet in Nairobi. Sawa sawa. Let's meet in Nairobi. Fortunately, I was elected 2 weeks. I'm one of the officials within the country. Among the 5 officials, I'm there for resource mobilization and partnership. mahali kuna pesa. Situlete pesa Nakuru. Na si tuende wote tukae huko ndio tukuje. It will be my happiness to see my people in Nakuru benefiting, so that ile siku nitatoka kwa hiyo kiti, someone will ask me, just like while you are there, how did Nakuru benefit? Nitasema at least 25 people who are seated here, out of the 25, nilipeleka 15 ama 20. Si itakuwa baraka? Okay, thank you very much. Simunipigie makofi basi.
I think that is great, and it came at the right moment when people really need to get to be built, right? Of course, personally, I know what Yali can do, and I have some friends who went through that, and some of them, as we speak, are in the US, courtesy of going through that program, and it also helped them go through the visa application in an easy way to go and try to implement some of those ideas. So kama uko na ideas mzuri jitume, opportunities ziko. So ndio tusi waste a lot of time, I just want us to go to the next activity, and I would kindly request all of you to step outside. Madam Angela atawasaidia wa organize on how where you are going to sit, so that you maintain the groups, mkae in groups and do the discussions vile tulikuwa tumeongea. And then the innovators who are going to pitch, you will stay behind for just a brief meeting, about 2 minutes, just to brief you on what we expect you to do, and then pia mtaenda hapo nje. We will be calling in one person at a time. Ndio pia hata kama ni best yako usisikie ideas zake, na kila mtu abaki na ideas zake. That is what we are going to do. The only time idea yako itakuja ijulikane ni when it now comes to life, when you are implementing it. But for now, for the purpose of this meeting and the entire session, we want just to listen to them and then see how we can be able to help you to polish those ideas. So without further ado, kindly just step out, and then mtuache na the innovators, we brief them, and then pia tutakuwa tunawaita.